What's happening, webheads? Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Mike Spider Slayer here, trying to get a little bit deep with you guys. Comic book YouTube, you know, how has it helped me now? How has comic books helped me in the past? It goes pretty deep, okay? And it all started when I was a little kid, having that first stack of comic books in my cabinet, right? And those comic books opened me up to a world that you wouldn't believe, because when I was younger, I was not a very good student at all, okay? And it all probably pretty much started from when I was first grade. Believe it or not, I remember first grade, where I just wouldn't answer the teacher's questions. I wouldn't raise my hand, or I wouldn't pay attention the right way. I would have test anxiety to the point where I was worried about every single other kid finishing their test. And I'm like, well, why ain't I finishing, you know, that test? I mean, this is, you know, this hurts me a little bit talking about this. I can't believe it, but it sucked. You know what I'm saying? I got held back in second grade. I was in constant tutoring and nothing ever seemed to work. And my parents never even thought of maybe seeing a doctor or something that came to ADHD or whatever the case may be. But one of my biggest struggles was reading comprehension. I was behind in reading. I didn't want to read. And it wasn't until I dove into those comic books that was in my cabinet is what introduced me to that whole entire world, right? And then I had a friend that read comic books, and we got to share that passion together. And it was cool because back in those late 80s, early 90s, you were like a nerd if you like comic books, right? And now it's a little bit more mainstream and it's accepted. We got YouTube, we can all communicate with each other. And that's why it's so great right now, okay? But yeah, back in the day, I just was not a very good student. And till to this day, I'm not very good at comprehending things. So when I read comic books, I constantly got to go back a few pages and be like, what did I just read? Or sometimes I actually zone out of a comic if it doesn't interest me at all. You know, it's tough. And then me delivering the message on YouTube when I decided to do this, I thought was a very hard thing for me to do at first. I've gotten a lot better at it. But the biggest thing that I have is comprehending a story, I think, compared to others, and delivering that message to my audience the way other YouTubers do. That's why I feel like maybe I'm not as strong as a YouTuber as some of these other channels are that are out there, right? That's the way I kind of look at it, because when I watch myself back in videos on what I could do better, I'm just like, man, I don't feel like I'm delivering that message right, you know? And I find myself challenged on certain things to say because maybe my vocabulary is not well versed, or it takes me a little bit to get the message out there. And obviously my English language at times is not perfect. I try to make it like a little bit of a joke when I can't say writer's or penciler's name correctly, right? And it is a challenge. Like, we never heard these people's names before, and so it is a challenge. But the biggest thing that I get a lot, I get this a lot in my comments, is I get people that are telling me how to pronounce certain words. And for me, nothing against anybody. I know some people are just trying to help, and it just kind of is just like, man, am I that dumb? You know what I'm saying? And I know people are going to be like, Mike, you're not dumb and that. I'm not looking for any type of sympathy or anything, but it's just like, it just reminds me of those days when I was at school and like how I feel like, man, am I not that educated? And so as the years have gone on, I feel like YouTube has definitely helped me. I put myself out there. I would say that not everybody can do this, and it's helped me, I would say, grow as a person to, again, explain or express what I'm feeling. I'm very much a shyer type of person. I don't always put myself out there like this, and it's hard, you know, and honestly, you know, I got to thank YouTube for that. And I have to thank, you know, my family for allowing me to do this, because I get to express myself, and it's a difficult thing for me, you know? So I always appreciate everybody's support, that I make a difference for them. It's a really hard thing, you know, and to sit there and do YouTube and having people go, Mike, you've made a difference in my life, where I was in this dark situation. It's hard. It's hard to be like, wow, I really did that for somebody. And that's what makes this YouTube thing so worth it. As challenging as it is, and as much of maybe a learning disability that I've had through my life, it's really hard. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I'm so grateful that at the end of the day that I've done this to help others. I've never ever expected it to be this way. But it's a great feeling, and you know, I'm really putting myself out here right now, but I don't even know what else to say, because I lost my train of thought. But it's a gift to help all of you, and whether it's buying a comic book, whether it's helping you in your darkest moments, and to see those comments come through, it's a great thing. And all I ever wanted to do was just help somebody make a decision on a comic to buy. That really was the only thing at first, okay? And it's just awesome that you guys really appreciate what I do. I know I'm not perfect at it. I'm not saying that I should be perfect at it. I'm not saying that I should have 1 billion views. I'm just saying that this was a very challenging thing for me to do in the beginning, and it's always a challenge, and it's always a struggle, and I want to continue to get better. So I just want to say thank you. I mean, again, comics has helped me in the past open up to a whole new world, help me with my reading comprehension, help me with, you know, just in life in general, and YouTube now has helped me meet the world, and it just means a lot. So again, guys, I just want to say thank you. Continue to watch, and I'll continue to help you. I want to thank all of you guys once again. So I'm not going to keep you very long, but this is just something that I've been thinking about. Should I put myself out there like this? You know, how has YouTube helped me? How has comic books helped me? It's helped me a lot. And thank you. So if you like this content, guys, again, thank you so much. Just give it a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that stuff. There's always more content. You know, keep the local comic shops open. Guys, keep reading, keep collecting, but always remember, read the comics so we can have a great comic conversation. Thank you, guys. Take care.